Hello, welcome to Jiva Yoga Live. I'm Mackenzie, and today we are going to talk about alternate nostril breathing, benefits, and techniques. If you're looking for more information about yoga and pranayama, make sure you hit subscribe. So thank you for joining me. Today we are going to talk about a pranayama technique called alternate nostril breathing that you can use to help you find balance in your life. Make sure you stick around until the end of this video so we can give this technique a try together. So, as I have gotten older, I've come to realize that life is very much a game of opposites. Whether it be the different sides of our personalities or our changing moods throughout the day, or even the things we like and dislike, it's all a balance of things going up and things coming down. In the same way, we can expect when we're having a bout of good luck and good fortune, lots of abundance coming in, that at some point it's going to go in the opposite direction. And yoga teaches us that this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but rather it helps us learn the balance of these ups and downs. So the ancient yogis created many different pranayama techniques, and they were sure to include one that helps us find balance in these sometimes messy moments that we all experience being human. So this technique is known in Sanskrit as Nadi shodhana, or in English, alternate nostril breathing. Before we get into how to do this technique, let's talk a little bit about why it works. So I'd like to talk to you first a little bit about the energetic anatomy of a yogi. And then we are going to compare this to what modern science says about sort of the same thing. In yoga, we are taught that in addition to our physical body, we also have an energetic body. Within that energetic body, there are channels which are called nadis in Sanskrit, and these nadis are what are responsible for moving our prana around. Your prana is your universal life energy, this sort of deep connecting energy that helps us feel a connection with each other and also to the universe. Our energetic bodies have millions of these nadis or channels. Today we're just going to talk about two. So we have the Ida Nadi, which is associated with the left side of her body, and we have the Pingala Nadi, which is associated with the right. The Ida Nadi starts in your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine, travels up the left side of your body and ends in the left nostril. The Pingala Nadi does the exact opposite, starts in the root chakra, travels up the right side of your body and ends in your right nostril. Now in yoga, the Ida Nadi as well as the left side of the body are associated with our feminine energy. So not necessarily talking about gender, your feminine energy would be responsible for cooling you down, slowing you down, those sort of introspective processes that take place within us. This can also be associated with the moon or our lunar side. The right side of the body and the Pingala Nadi are just the opposite. So this is your fiery, masculine, get it done energy, also known as your solar side. So something that you could compare these two sides to would be like yin and yang in the Chinese tradition. Now that you know a little bit about each of these sides of the bodies, let's talk about how this relates to modern science and anatomy. And this is where things get really interesting. Breathing is a part of the autonomic nervous system. So this system is responsible for our automatic body functions. The autonomic nervous system also has two sides, your sympathetic and your parasympathetic. The sympathetic nervous system is what amps you up. This is your our well-known fight or flight response when you are stressed, you're anxious, something startles you. That is the system that comes into activation. Your parasympathetic nervous system, on the other hand, does just the opposite. This is your rest and digest. You slow the system down, cools the body, and sort of helps bring that stress response back down. Now, the really cool thing here is that we can combine what yoga teaches us and what science tells us, and sort of hack into our own system. So just like the left side of the body is connected with our sort of slowing processes and that Ida energy, you can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which is also that slowing, cooling side of your autonomic nervous system, through the left nostril. So what this means is breathing in through your left nostril can help you calm down, maybe get ready to sleep. On your right nostril, you can directly connect with your sympathetic nervous system. Breathing through your right nostril can help you activate, create fire within the body, which can be helpful for things like aiding in digestion or sort of amping yourself up before a big test or presentation. So now that you have a little bit of information on energetic anatomy as well as human anatomy, let's put all of this into play and give alternate nostril breathing a little try. So as I mentioned before, this practice is really helpful to balance out our two sides, our feminine and masculine, and our sympathetic and parasympathetic. So if you're feeling stressed or anxious, or on the other hand, maybe a little sluggish or upset, this will help bring those two systems into play. Okay, so if you're ready to get started, go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. This can be with the legs crossed, or if you have any problems with your knees or you're not comfortable like this for some reason, feel free to take the legs out in front of you. I also like to sit up on a block or a pillow sometimes to give my lower back a little bit of extra space, take some pressure off the hips. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat for yourself. To do this practice, we are going to use the right hand today. If you're left-handed, you're welcome to use the left. The fingers you use for your nostrils will just be opposite, so keep that in mind. Generally, when I practice this, I prefer to use my middle and pointer finger between my brows to kind of help me remember to connect to my third eye and go in. And then you would be using your ring finger and your thumb to be covering the nostrils. Today, just so it's a little bit easier for you to see what I'm doing, I'm going to go ahead and fold these fingers down, just so it's a little less complicated. And then we are going to start today by just simply taking a few slow breaths. You can close the eyes here if you're comfortable with it, and just start to check in with how you are feeling today, where your breathing is at, how your body feels, and just take a couple slow, deep breaths there without trying to change anything just yet. You have some thoughts come into your mind. Try not to force them away. Just let them sort of float in and float out. Don't pay them any mind for now. Full exhale. And we're going to start by covering the left nostril and inhaling in through the right. Pause and cover the right nostril. And then we'll exhale fully through the left. Inhale in through that same side. Cover. Open the right and exhale fully. Okay, so we're going to go through 3 rounds of this. Just go ahead and follow my fingers and let's try this together. So one more inhale, full exhale, and carry the left nostril to begin. One more round. After your final exhale, go ahead and bring both hands down to the knees and take a nice deep inhale through both nostrils. And exhale fully through both. As you become more comfortable with this practice, you can increase the rounds you take to as many as you feel comfortable as you continue to become more and more in contact with your breath. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned about a new technique you can apply to your own life when you're in a moment when you'd like to find some balance. And make sure to keep coming back for more videos about other pranayama techniques that we can use in our lives every single day. Thank you. If you like this video, feel free to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and hit subscribe. And remember, you can always find more information on jivayoga live.com.